Hello, hello, and good happy Monday afternoon. Let's talk about why just learning about sexual techniques is not enough for you to have a better sex life. Learning about techniques is great. I'm saying just learning about techniques. If you're just learning about techniques and you're finding that your sex life is still missing something, I'm going to tell you some of the reasons why that might be. If you don't know who I am, welcome. My name is Devi Maisha. I am a sensual embodiment expert. I am here to provide permission for you to have all of the desires, all of the sex, all of the pleasure, for you to get into your body, for you to release the sexual shame so that you can have the orgasms your body was designed for. So I want to talk about sexual technique because this is something that I noticed before when I was teaching about sexual techniques and what I've seen with some of my clients. I've had a couple of classes on oral sex. They're currently in my community, the Sensual Alchemy Society. I've had a couple of classes on oral sex where I taught women the art of oral lovemaking. And the women were very eager to learn the techniques, how you can just give head better. But really, what was added into that class was the emotional connection, the intimacy. Because just knowing the techniques, well, let me get into it. Let me not tell you everything. All right, so first reason why learning sex techniques is not the best way to improve your sex life. It's mechanical. It's not emotional, like I just said. You're doing the techniques correctly, but there's no emotion in it. There's no desire in it. It's a chore. It's a job that you're doing. So let's say you learn how to give great head, right? You've got the techniques down, lips, no teeth, tongue, but your heart's not in it. You don't really want to do it. You're just trying to prove a point or snatch soul or shut him up, unfortunately, but your heart isn't in it. First of all, you're not really enjoying it. You're just trying to be the best. Maybe you're fighting against a ghost of someone from his past, but your heart's not in it. And so no matter how great the technique is, you're still not going to have a good time. And he's still not going to have a good time because it's devoid of emotion. It's going to be dry. It's going to be boring. Both of you will be wanting it to be over sooner rather than later. The second reason why just learning sexual techniques isn't helpful is because it's not intimate. You're still, look, I'm trying not to put on my glasses, y'all, because I'm being vain. But you're still disconnected from the emotion of it, and it just completely lacks intimacy, which goes back into number one. When you're not enjoying sex, when you're not really interested in it, and you're just doing what you think are the right things to do, no one has fun. Not you, not your partner. And so when you're just learning the techniques, but there's no desire attached to it, there's no warmth attached to it, you're performing, that still doesn't make for a great sex life. And I speak in heteronormative terms because that's the lane that I live in, but these things can apply to everyone. The third reason that just learning sexual techniques is not great for your sex life is that it doesn't address the real issue. You might be learning great sex techniques because you want to prove something. Again, maybe you're fighting against a ghost of his past. You think this is the thing that will save your marriage, your relationship, if you just learn how to do this thing better. You're all up in your head. But the real issues still aren't being addressed. Perhaps you're not feeling safe. I don't mean like abuse. I mean, you're just not feeling emotionally safe. Maybe you still have ideas of pleasure being shameful running around your head. Perhaps you haven't ever really connected to your own body, your own erotic energy, your own juice. Maybe you've never looked at yourself between your legs. Maybe you've never initiated sex. And those are the issues that really need to be addressed instead of the technique. But you think the technique is what will make things better. Maybe it's because you're not able to feel sensation in your body. Maybe you're not able to really feel your inner and outer labia. Maybe you have not experienced orgasm and you're thinking with the technique, surely you'll be able to experience the orgasm because you've done it exactly how the book or the sexpert has said to do it. And so now you should be able to feel it in your body. Sis, it doesn't work that way. And another reason is that you are unable to surrender to the experience. Again, you're in your head. You're unable to allow your body to surrender to the experience. But in order to surrender to the experience, you need to feel safety. And if you've been taught by religion, society, and culture that sex is not for you, that your body does not belong to you, it belongs to God or Jesus or your husband or your parents, that it is sinful, nasty, and dirty for you to play with your own body, experience your own pleasure, look at your own pussy in the mirror, sex will not feel safe for you. It will feel like a duty that you're supposed to do. The best sex is not concerned with technique. The best head is not concerned with technique. It is all about how you feel in that moment, how you feel with him in your mouth, how you feel with him inside of you. Do you want that experience? How it feels in your body to have moans of pleasure come out, erupt from you, uncontrolled. How it feels to be out of control and allow your eros and your erotic energy to completely take over the situation. In order for that to happen, you need to feel safe in your own body. And a lot of the reasons none of this is happening is because you do not have a pleasure standard. A lot of you have standards for dating. You have standards for how a man is going to treat you in a relationship, as you should. You have standards for how you're going to be treated at work and how your children are going to treat you. You have lots of standards, but you don't have a pleasure standard. I'm going to put my glasses on for this one. A pleasure standard is the physical, emotional, mental, relational, and energetic conditions that allow your body to naturally experience pleasure, desire, safety, and juicy orgasmic satisfaction. But if you have not taken time to be with your own body, if you have not taken time to explore your body and what your body wants, needs, and desires, if you still have shame in you around desiring sex, around your body, around sex, period, then you most likely do not have a pleasure standard. And when you have that pleasure standard, that is the baseline for what needs to happen in the bedroom. It is the baseline for what you need to experience. It is the baseline for what he needs to bring into that space. And it is your baseline for how you want to open to the experience. So I'm going to be talking a lot more about what a pleasure standard is. And I'm going to be talking a lot more about sex and shame, because these things are huge and they are one of the reasons why you are not experiencing orgasmic pleasure. We can't keep saying the dick is trash. We can't keep ignoring the fact that you want really great sex, but maybe you're afraid to say it or talk about it. We're not going to ignore that here. We're going to find the ways to bring that courage into your body so that you can say to your lover, I really need you to eat me right now. And I need you to do it slowly. And I need you to do it so slowly until I scream with pleasure. And then you actually scream. That's what we're going for here. Permission for you to be your most erotic, sensual, expressive self. So I will be going live for sure on Mondays, maybe on Wednesdays, around 4 p.m. Eastern. So definitely keep your notifications on. You can catch the live stream replays if you did not catch the whole thing. But we're going to get you a pleasure standard because you need it and you deserve it. Your body has a clitoris. It was made for pleasure. That's period, point blank stop. Your body has a clitoris. It was designed for pleasure. I'll see you next time. Bye.